Girl, never in a million years will I have thought that I would be sitting here flat ironing knotless braids. But here I am, and here you go in a minute because this video is obviously for you if you're continuing to keep watching. Did y'all like my little razzle dazzle in the beginning? Anyway, this hair is from Eayonhair. They sent me 3 bundles of this 20-inch silk press straight hair. And child, I don't know what type of look I was going for when I got this hair, but I did use 2 packs of this 52-inch expressions hair with the 3 bundles. I will link that below. And this first part right here, I made my first part or section right in the middle of her ear. I am going to try to make this tutorial as detailed as possible. And if you feel like I missed something and need me to clear something up, please do not hesitate to say something in the comment section because I am here and I am working for you. So right here, I'm actually going to be doing this first braid all the way throughout, all the way to the end. So pay attention. I am lathering up this part with BTL braiding gel. I'm also going to link that down below. And if you have watched any of my hair videos before, you're going to know that I always say saturate that part with gel. Do not use too much. Do not use too little. Just the right amount to make it slick enough to braid and for it to last. So when I'm doing my knotless braids, I don't braid down 3 times and then start adding hair. I add my first piece of hair directly at the root, especially if their hair is a little bit shorter in the back. Like I put it on both sides. When I'm rotating my fingers, I put hair on both sides, if that makes sense. I do this specifically to act as if it was an anchor braid, and it would be just as tight as if there was a knot at the root of the braid. And please note that when I say tight, I'm not saying tension tight. Just as tight to last just as long as regular box braids, if not longer. So right here is where I demonstrate where I actually start feeding in or adding my straight pieces of hair. I just connected on to the back of the braid and I braid it down a few more times, which you can see me doing right here. I'm gonna braid it down a few times and then I'm gonna pull that piece to the left side and continue to keep braiding down. Also, a quick note, I also want to say that all of my pieces do go to the left side, and I think it's because I braid from the right to the left side of the head always. So all of my boho pieces of hair always lay on the left side of the braid. So I am going to speed this up just a tad bit because this is just me braiding it down and adding the loose hair and pulling it to the left side and continue to keep braiding down. Now in this back row, I did use less boho hair because it's at the base of her neck, and usually hair that's touching the back of your neck and your shirt gets a little tangled, so I try to use as little as possible, or if not any hair in the first 2 rows in the back of their neck. So in total, I want to say in the back first 2 rows, I want to use about 4 pieces of that straight hair in each braid, which is 3 pieces throughout, and then at the bottom at the very end of the braid I add a piece and I braid it down, and then I'm going to tie that piece in a knot and add a little bit of nail glue to secure it. And then I'm going to cut, which I am actually demonstrating right now. I take a little piece of hair from the side and tie it and wrap it around a few times and tie it in a knot. And then I dab a little piece of glue just to make sure it's secured. And then I'm going to go back in with my shears and I'm going to cut the braiding hair away from the actual human hair, bulk hair. This way there's no braiding hair at the ends to have to sift through and cut, or it gets tangled in the process of trying to dip and comb and brush. I just do it every time I braid a braid, I cut at the end. This next braid I specifically wanted to show you because this whole time that I've been braiding, I've been bringing all of my human hair pieces to the left. But when you get to the front of their head, especially when the hair is starting to fall in their face, I actually put the pieces to the right. So in this clip, I'm going to be demonstrating how I make the pieces of human hair fall in her face. So when I take that human hair, I'm going to braid it down just like I was doing before, putting it towards the back, braiding it in a few times. But instead of pulling the human hair to the left, I'm going to pull it out on the right, which is going to fall directly to her face. I'm doing this because at the end, I want it to look as even as possible and look like it has the same amount of hair distributed on both sides. So because I am distributing hair on the left side the whole time, it's directly automatically going to fall on the left side of her hair. So make sure you're putting pieces of hair on that right side in the front on the right side so that it will look symmetrical at the end. So I am going to speed this up just a tad bit because I did already demonstrate how I added the hair. I just wanted to show you guys how to make the hair fall directly on the face or towards the face. And right here, I'm just going to keep braiding down and adding more pieces. But I am going to say, when I got closer to the top, I did add more hair in each strand or each braid. So around this time, I'm going to start adding about 4 to 6 pieces throughout the braid and a piece at the end. So about 5 to 6 pieces in reality in each braid. And let me just take a minute to shed some light and appreciation on my friend, because she was willing to allow me to do the style on her, and she stayed up with me even though she was tired to get this style done. Okay, back to the task at hand. If you are doing any type of style like this or a mermaid look, make sure that you are using a wig brush to detangle that hair during, after, before braiding down this style. Like, it is important, it is essential to make sure you are brushing and detangling this hair so it won't get tangled or it won't get caught, or just to make sure that it is smooth throughout the whole time, the whole process. Now, don't say you ain't learned nothing from me during this course of this video. I did teach you to brush them braids. So this is how full the hair was after I got done braiding. I did use only 2 bundles of the hair that the Eayonhair company sent me. So the third bundle is just extra loose hair. I guess you could use depending on whether your client has more hair, thicker hair, or wants more hair. So right here, I'm getting ready to actually dip her hair. Please make sure you detangle and brush that hair before dipping it. I did fold it just to make it more easier and accessible for me to dip in the pot. But I did dip her ends because I wanted the hair to be flowy and the braiding hair underneath the hair. So we are going to actually be blow drying her hair once I get done dipping this. Also, I wanted to say, put a cape on y'all clients when y'all dipping their hair, because just because I'm not dipping high enough to actually like burn her, I didn't put a cape on or a towel on her. But if you're not experienced in this area, please put a cape on, a heat resistant cape on your clients so they won't be feeling all that heat up their back. Okay, so after I got done dipping her hair, I did actually have to blow dry it. So make sure you are taking your time to blow dry the hair after you get done to make sure it is as dry as possible before putting a flat iron to that hair, because we do not want that hair to start sizzling or burning off. Because your client gonna look at you like, girl, you gonna give me some money off for burning my hair? And you can be like, no. So don't even do it. Just take your time to blow dry that hair before putting a flat iron to their head. Before I flat ironed her hair, I did trim it up at the bottom just a little bit so it wouldn't be so straggly looking. But after that, I just put a little heat protectant on there, and I just went in and started flat ironing, and that was it. I did try to get it as straight as possible. I didn't silk press straight it that evening because it was late. We were tired and it was time for me to put my daughter to bed, and sis was really exhausted, and so was I. But for the purpose of the video, I just wanted to make sure I captured the concept of what I was doing. And in the comment section, I would really like to know you guys' thoughts and what do you think about this hairstyle? Like, is it something that you would get? Would you rock it? Or would you be like, nah, that's a little too straight for me. Give me the curly pieces. Like, what are y'all guys' thoughts? I'm really interested in what you guys are thinking. Anyway, that's all from me today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.